So as you guys know, I recently got the Lumix S5, and I really am loving the autofocus so far, especially in 120 frames per second, but I haven't actually done any tests side by side with the Lumix S1 to see which one really is better. So today we're going to be comparing the Lumix S1 on the 24-105 lens and the Lumix S5 on the 20-60 lens, and that's just because those are the kit lenses that come with the respective cameras. So let's go jump outside and take a look at how the autofocus performs. All right, so over here we have the Lumix S1 and we have the Lumix S5 right here, and they're both set to 28 millimeters at f4 with a ISO of 640 and then the shutter speed of 800, and that's just because I don't have an ND filter yet for the Lumix S5, but it should still be the same. It shouldn't affect how the autofocus performs. And we're going to be doing 4K 24 frames per second in Vlog for the first test, and then we'll also do 1080p 60 frames per second in Vlog, just because in order to do 422 10-bit 60 you have to lower it down to 1080p. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like. Alright, I have a little surprise for you. Just because I'm such a nice guy, I went ahead and tested this side by side with the GH5S, the GH4, and the G9. So you can see all 5 of these cameras are lined up, so we can see how they all look together. You're welcome. All right, so for the test at 60 frames per second, I have all the Micro Four Thirds cameras set to f4, shutter speed of 800, and the ISO at 800. And then the full frame cameras, I have them set at f4, shutter speed of 800, and ISO 640, just because they let in a little more light. Sorry if the GH4 was shaking a little. I ran out of tripod, so I ended up having to use a light stand. And it's kind of a flimsy light stand, so yeah, a little shaky, but I don't know. All right, so what did you guys think of the autofocus on the Lumix S5 compared to the autofocus on the Lumix S1? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like these type of comparison videos, please hit like and subscribe, because I am going to be doing a lot more comparisons between all of these Lumix cameras. The next test that I'm going to be doing is the dynamic range test, and that should be really interesting, comparing the S5 and S1 to the GH5S. My name is George Nix, and you guys take it easy.